One of the questions that people ask is about this idea of the inherited mind. And it's something that conflicts with the scientific understanding of the brain, because the brain scientists will insist that all of our consciousness is created by our brain, and that the only consciousness we have, the only memories we have, mind that we have, begins when we're born, and when we die it's just gone. The brain stops functioning and consciousness goes away. When we look in the constellation space, and also if we go to pre-scientific cultures, that idea has not been accepted. And actually at the frontiers of science, of consciousness science, there is evidence that that model is incomplete. The idea of the inherited mind is that inhabiting us, like those nesting dolls, those Russian dolls, that we have our own personal experience, but we also have a certain type of life memory that comes from our biology, from our parents and our grandparents and our great-grandparents. And the way that I'm able to work with it is that a person will come to me with a problem or situation or issue in their life that's weighing on them, heavily weighing on them, or really interfering with the quality of their life. Sometimes it's for their children. So they might have a child who's just born anxious, even though their circumstances of their life is very free and easy. There's not a lot of disruption. It could be a very prosperous and comfortable family, but there's one child who's filled with anxiety, or filled with fear, or filled with self-destructive behavior, or filled with a kind of self-hatred or a kind of aggression, whatever it is. And of course people have that in themselves, because those children grow up and they become adults and find that they have a certain feeling that lives inside of them that doesn't seem to be theirs somehow. And using the constellations, we can actually find the person in their lineage that it belongs to, and find the answer of what happened to them. That maybe grandmother or grandfather experienced something, a fire, displacement, war, that surged up in them a terrible anxiety, and that anxiety actually vibrates and passes down through the generations. And using constellations, we can identify that and actually release it, and that feeling can actually go away.